pinhole camera, how it used to work. Pinhole camera was the very first model or form of a camera to be built. And it did not only display the image on a screen, because even those days there never used to be a screen. It actually took photos. Yeah. It actually took photos, okay? On film. How many have ever shot film? Oh, you're all digital. I shot film for the longest time, from when I was 9 years to 10 years ago. Just 10 years ago is when maybe I started using DSLR, okay, for the first time. So maybe I'm not that old also, but I'm sure I'm double the age or something close to that. Okay. So we'll look at a pinhole camera in trying to understand how a camera works. What happens inside a camera, okay? So, in terms of the evolution of cameras and how cameras have come, you can see we started with a pinhole camera. Of course, there are many varieties of that. Then film camera, then digital cameras in a nutshell. So whether it's DSLR or mirrorless, it's just digital technology. So beginning with a pinhole helps you to understand the camera in a very simple way, okay? Because the camera today is a bit sophisticated. So you demystify it and make sure that it's really simple to understand, okay? So a pinhole camera used to have just those 4 parts, okay? So the first one is a light tight box, yeah? Basically a box that light cannot go in through any other way other than through a pinhole, okay? Pinhole is basically a small opening in the box, okay? And then what you didn't tell me is about the curtain and the film. So I think that would be quite interesting for you to learn, because maybe none of you has an idea about the curtain. So let me come to the film. Who at least knows what a film is? Theoretically, yes.
It's like it's like sorry. The picture actually just comes out and it's the whole thing, and then never mind, I can't explain it. And then you have to put it up here so you can see it.
Okay, good. Yes?
I will not explain it.
Yes.
So basically it's like, so you can get it in like some kind of a round packaging, right?
Mm-hmm.
You open it up, and then once you spread it around, right, start to pull it through, it's like has films. So it basically, when you take one picture, it has like all different films.
Mm-hmm.
So it shows like different pictures and different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good trial. Someone else, you want to try?
I don't know.
But you know what it is. So the easiest way to explain a film is a light sensitive material, okay? That when light comes in contact with it, it has a light sensitive property. It forms an image, okay? If you know about photosynthesis, you know about that?
Yeah.
Biology, is it biology? Yes. Yeah. Photosynthesis, what happens? When the light comes in contact with chlorophyll, it forms food for the plant, right? So in this case, we are saying when light comes in contact with the film, which is a light-sensitive material, it forms what? An image, okay? So whether it's a film like a slide, which is a single frame, or a roll, which she was trying to explain, a film roll, the most important thing about a film is that it's a light-sensitive material, okay? And we'll show you, we have a film, we'll come with a film. And then there is a curtain. So the curtain then would sit in between the film and the pinhole, okay? So if we look at that diagram, we see a subject, which is a candle, okay? We see a box, and we see a small hole, and then on the other end where you see the candle being upside down, that's where the film would be, so that the light would be received by the film, okay? You see that? And I'll demonstrate that with the film camera. Bibiana, you can help me with it. So that you can appreciate it much better. But that's it's a good illustration. So I have here this film camera. This was my first film SLR. This one here, yeah. I bought it, I think in year 2002, when I was in Strathmore. Yeah, I was doing my CPA at Strathmore. By the way, my background is finance, okay? This was a passion from childhood. So I picked it up 10 years ago just to run with it as a profession. But I'm a Bachelor of Commerce, Finance option, University of Nairobi, and a CPA, Strathmore University. So, so let's start with the pinhole, okay? Today we have this gadget. What is this? What is this? No, you know. What's this? This comes here and forms the camera. So what's this? I have the same people. Yeah, I wish I came with some sweets to give and chocolates. What's this? This is a lens. Okay? Yeah. So this is a camera body and this is a lens. Okay? Now, then it was just a box with a film at the back, a hole at the front, and a curtain in between. Okay? To regulate light, whether it should pass to the film or not. Okay? Today, we have a lens and we have the pinhole inside this lens. Okay? And I will demonstrate that to you. Demonstrate that to you. So as this lens comes around, just a minute. So as this lens comes around, I want you to look inside and tell me what you see. Okay? You've seen something. You haven't. I'll come closer. So just look here inside. Seen something?
Yeah.
Okay. Seen something? You look on this side. Seen something?
Yeah.
What did you see?
I just could see the background. I could just see the background.
It like opens up the lens.
Have you seen anything? Look inside.
Kind of like widens up.
Mm-hmm.
Gets more like that.
Mm-hmm. You've seen something? Okay. Just look inside. You've seen. So what did you see? Yes.
Oh, it's the lens swimming in and swimming out. So they're becoming big and small.
You've seen something becoming big and small. Okay?
Is it kind of like the people? Like it controls the amount of light that goes into the camera so you can reduce the brightness?
Nice one. Very good. So, what you've seen is an adjustable pinhole. The pinhole then used to be static. Today, it's adjustable. Okay? meaning you can increase the opening size, okay, or you can decrease the size of the opening, okay. But basically, it's like a pinhole, but we've given it a new name because it's more sophisticated than a pinhole. So what's the name? What's the name given to that function today? The people who've used it is a lot like you should be able to tell. It's a function of the lens. It's inside the lens. The lens is the whole thing. It has this casing. It has the glass elements inside and all that. But that part that allows light to come through, which you can adjust bigger to allow more light or make it smaller to allow less light. Yeah, going once, yes. We'll come to exposure, but you're in the right direction. But exposure is how much light passes, okay? But now the part itself. Going twice, going 3 times. Okay. So it starts with A, clue. A, AP, ER, aperture, correct. Okay. So it's called an aperture. So the aperture is equivalent of a pinhole and it's a function of the lens. Meaning if I change the lens and give you a different lens, you might have different range of the aperture, okay? Either much smaller or much bigger, okay? But it's variable, you can change the size. And the work is to allow light. Like the pinhole, it's to allow light to pass, okay? But we'll come to that in a much deeper way, we'll learn more about it. Then, I have a film, more like what she was trying to describe, yeah, hard to describe, right? But basically, as I said, it's a light-sensitive material. So if I expose it to light this way, it's already not functional now. Ideally, you should use it, yeah, in a way that you don't expose it to light. And I'll show you, since none of you has short film, I think it would be interesting for you to learn how we used to fix this film here, just for it to be very graphical in your mind, where the film lies, okay? I know you're not going back to film days, but don't worry, it is the only time you're interacting with this. So we used to fix the film right at the back. This is the front side, where the lens is. So if you look at that diagram this way, you have the front part, which has the pinhole, which has the aperture, which is the lens. Then you have the back part of the camera, which now had the film, okay? So allow me to just fix this film so that you can see something interesting. So what used to happen is that with every click, you move the film. With every click, you move the film to the next photo, okay? With every click, you move the film. So as the film moves, another frame in the film gets light through the pinhole, okay? But with every click, you had to physically move the film. So when you finish, you reverse it. You reverse it back to this container, and then you take it to the lab. It used to be called the dark room. I'm sure your teacher has done some dark room things. She told me about it. Yeah?
We used to have a dark room here. We got rid of it because not enough students were using it. Because everyone prefers digital. Because putting it, literally exposing it in the dark to people.
Sure. So we've said what this is. Who can tell us what's the function, the key function of the film, based on what we have described it to be? Okay, sure.
When you're forming the image onto a piece of paper in the dark, and then you're supposed to put it in water or something. I'm just guessing.
So the image forms on the film. Okay. Now, in between the pinhole and the film, yeah, there is something blocking the way. You can see, you're not able to see through. That's what we call a curtain. Yeah. In this class, you don't have a curtain, but I'm sure perhaps you have a curtain at home, or at least you've seen a curtain, right? What's the work of a curtain? Some more hands. Yes, please.
To keep out light.
Okay. You can keep off the light. How?
By like covering up like the sort of like windows.
Okay. So if you draw the curtain and you cover it up that way, light won't come in. But if you move it away, light will come in. Okay. That's the same thing the curtain does inside here. So I want you to look at this place. So what I'll do, when I click to take the photo, you'll see this curtain here will open and you'll be able to see me. Okay? You can see? And then it closes. Okay? See? It opens. Now you can see through. Okay? And then it closes. You've seen that? So basically, you're able to take a decision how much time you want to allow that light that is coming through this, okay, to pass on to the film. Okay?